Imagine this. You're sitting in a packed all-hands meeting, coffee still warm in your hand, when your boss locks eyes with you and booms. "You're done here, Alex. Security, get him out." The room freezes. Everyone stares. People I trained, people I mentored, people who used to high-five me in the hallway. Victor Hargrove, the shiny new CEO, grins like he just won the lottery while two guards grab my arms and march me toward the elevator. My desk is already being cleared behind him. He shakes hands with the board like it's a victory lap. But here's the part he never saw coming. I still had full admin access to every system I built. And when the board members went silent, let's just say the smile vanished faster than my termination letter. Before we continue with this video, please like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell for updates. You think getting fired in front of everyone is the worst part? Wait until you hear what happened next. Picture the conference room lights glaring down like spotlights on a crime scene. I walk in for what I thought was a routine update. Victor Hargrove stands at the front, sleeves rolled, looking like he rehearsed this moment in the mirror. He doesn't even let the slide deck finish. "Alex here," he says, pointing right at me, "has been dragging this company down with outdated ideas. We're letting him go. Effective immediately." Gasps ripple through the room. My stomach drops. 8 years of late nights, system rescues, building the backbone of Technova from scratch. And now this? Security materializes like they were waiting behind the wall. Two big guys grip my elbows. "My old team won't meet my eyes." Victor smirks, already turning to the board like he's closing a deal. As they drag me toward the glass doors, Maya from HR slips close and whispers, "Alex, we can fight this. Wrongful termination. Evidence. We can win." I look back at Victor high-fiving a VP, then at my half-empty coffee still on the table. I smiled at Maya and said, "No. Let him." But Victor forgot one tiny detail. My admin access? It was still live. They thought wheeling my chair out the door erased 8 years of work.
Wrong.
I drove home in silence, knuckles white on the wheel, replaying Victor's smug grin. The guy who couldn't even log into the admin portal without calling me 3 times a week. And yet, he forgot to kill the one thing that actually mattered. See, when I built Technova's disaster recovery backbone, I added a legacy override account. Buried deep, tied to questions only I knew the answers to. Meant for emergencies. Never documented. Never removed. HR and IT scrambled to revoke my badge, my email, my Slack. But that root-level backdoor? Still breathing. I sat in my dark living room, laptop open, heart hammering. Typed the override credentials. The screen blinked green. Access granted. Every file. Every log. Every dirty secret the executive suite thought was locked away. I started scrolling. What I found in Victor's private folder made my blood turn ice cold. And gave me everything I needed to turn the tables. Victor was probably popping champagne while I sat in the dark, screen glow lighting my face like some late-night vigilante. I didn't rage-type emails or drunk dial HR. I went surgical. Hours of scrolling through his private drive. Vendor contracts with inflated prices. Kickbacks routed to shell companies with his brother's name attached. Compliance warnings he personally deleted and marked resolved. The merger docs? Full of red flags he buried so deep the board never saw them. Every click felt like turning a knife. He posted on LinkedIn that same night, selfie at my old desk, caption, "Fresh start. New chapter." The comments were all fire emojis and congratulations. I almost laughed. Almost. What would you do if you held proof that could torch someone's entire career? I didn't leak it anonymously. That would have been too clean. Instead, I wrote one elegant script, set it to fire at 8 a.m. sharp. Every board member, including Elena Ruiz, would wake up to an inbox screaming Victor's name. And the attachments? Undeniable. Ever wonder what the sound of a career imploding actually feels like? 8:03 a.m. the next morning, Victor struts into the boardroom like he owns the future, merger slides loaded, coffee in hand, already practicing his victory speech. Elena Ruiz and the others sit stone-faced, tablets open. Then the emails hit. One by one. Inboxes light up. Subject line: urgent. Compliance violations. Victor Hargrove. Attachments explode open. Screenshots, deleted logs, signed approvals on every dirty deal. The room goes graveyard quiet. Victor glances up mid-sentence. Everything okay? Elena reads aloud, voice flat. Unauthorized financial overrides. Misreported vendor payments. Personal gain clauses hidden from due diligence. His face drains white. This is fabricated.
A glitch.
Someone hacked. But the timestamps don't lie. The signatures match his. The merger docs he swore were clean? Shredded in real time. I watched it all remotely through the legacy security feed I never turned off.
Heart pounding.
Vindicated. Victor looked straight at the camera like he finally realized who was still watching. And Elena asked the one question that ended him. Victor, care to explain this before we call security? Victor didn't get the dramatic escort with trumpets. Just 2 security guards, same ones who dragged me out, quietly stepping in as the board stared him down.
He stammered. Pleaded.
Blamed rogue employees and system errors. Elena Ruiz cut him off cold. You're done here. The irony hit like a freight train. His own words, thrown back at him. By noon the merger was dead. The board issued a terse statement about leadership transition. Victor's LinkedIn vanished that afternoon. I sat in my apartment, watching the security feed one last time before I finally logged out for good. No gloating email. No victory post. Just silence, and the quiet satisfaction of watching arrogance eat itself.
He thought he buried me.
Turns out, he handed me the shovel. And the whole company got to watch him dig his own grave. If you've ever been screwed over at work and kept quiet, what would you have done differently? Drop it in the comments. Smash that like if karma feels good today. Subscribe and hit the bell. Next story's already cooking, and it's even darker.